Hey guys, out in the shop, I just got a call to go do a little mobile job. It's a custom four-wheeler, so the guy is using an older frame and putting a newer YZF 450 engine into it. I've already done some work on the swing arm, kind of custom made the swing arm. He's to the final part of the process and we need to weld in the final engine mount. So he called me, we're gonna load up the MTS 225, number 9 gas-cooled torch, and let's go weld this thing in. All right, here we are. So loaded up the MTS 225, all my cups and stuff. We're at the customer shop. We are going to be welding in this engine mount. So you can see this is a pretty custom frame already. I've already done some work on this swing arm over here. We had the clearance for this engine swap. Last piece to the puzzle. This little motor mount's going to go in right here. So we've already taken a measurement where this needs to go. We're going to clean up all this area, put the engine back in, make sure this mounts exactly where it needs to go. Give it a couple good tacks around where we can reach. Take the engine back out, weld this piece up, and we'll be good to go. So we'll kind of go through the whole steps of like what I'm looking for, what I'm watching out for as I go around. So let's get the grinder started and we'll start cleaning it up. All right, so we've got all the paint ground off. There was a couple little old welds from the old motor mount, it looks like, that were still on there. So got everything cleaned up, all the paint's off. Kind of looking around, double checking that there's nowhere where it's gonna be, you know, real close to the weld joint, but everything looks good. So we're ready to put this thing back together. We'll tack the motor mount in place with the engine bolted in, pull it back apart, weld this thing up. All right, so now we've got the engine back in the frame. We've got this lower mount on it. It's in position, so I'm just kind of looking through, seeing where I can get some good tacks, kind of planning out how I'm gonna get to it, what kind of cup I need to run. Looking at, there's a couple spots where I think I'm gonna run some pretty long stick out on the tungsten, so I'll probably end up running a 15 or even an 18 cup so I can get some real long stick out at a high gas flow. So I'll get my torch set up, get the machine on, and let's start welding. So we just got done tacking that last little motor mount up. There's a couple spots where I thought I could get it with the long stick out with that big cup. I ended up switching to a number 10 cup so I could actually get the cup into a little pocket. So that's why having a nice selection can be really helpful. So we got all tacked up. Probably gonna switch back to that number 18, or I might go down to a 15 to weld it up. But once we get some more room in there and I can kind of maneuver around, I'll kind of check my clearances. We get the motor out, we should be good to go. All right, so we got the engine back out. Motor mount's nice and clear now, so it looks like we can't really get to this back side. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap these sides up, do a nice long pass across the front. We'll probably tilt this thing up and get a better hand position for it. So should be a quick little 10, 15 minute weld job and we'll be out of here. All right, so we just finished up the last little bit of the weld around this motor mount. All said and done, looks good. Edge did me a solid one with giving me good gas flow in this long stick out. So you can see we got this number 9 air-cooled torch running MTS 225 off an Octopus plug 110. Gets the job done. So I'm Jesse McCollum with Everlast Welders. Remember, weld mean, weld green.